So, you know that saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again?
Oh yeah, usually good advice.
Well, apparently the Department of Justice took that literally regarding New York Attorney General Letitia James, but spoiler alert, it didn't go well.
Let me guess, another swing and a miss?
Exactly. We're talking about a third attempt to indict her that just fell flat. It's a pretty wild story involving secret grand juries and mortgage fraud accusations.
Okay, so break it down. What happened this time?
So, on Thursday, a federal grand jury in Alexandria, Virginia, reportedly refused to return an indictment against James.
Wait, grand juries usually indict ham sandwiches if a prosecutor asks them to. For them to say no is actually pretty rare.
It is, and since these proceedings are secret, we're relying on reports from NBC, ABC, and The Washington Post. But the consensus is the jury said no.
And this isn't the first time this has happened recently, right?
Nope, it's actually the third strike. Back on December 4th, a different grand jury in Norfolk also refused to indict her.
And didn't a judge throw out the very first case in November?
Yep, Judge Cameron McGowan Curry tossed it because the interim prosecutor, Lindsay Holligan, was ruled to be unlawfully appointed. It's been a messy timeline.
So what are they actually trying to pin on her? You mentioned mortgage fraud?
Right. The administration is using its control over Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to level these accusations, and she's not alone.
Who else is on the list?
It's a who's who of prominent Democrats: Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook, Senator Adam Schiff, and Congressman Eric Swalwell.
Wow, that definitely feels targeted.
It all stems from the Federal Housing Financing Agency, or FHFA. The director, Bill Pulte, sent criminal referrals to the DoJ's suggesting all these people committed fraud.
And let me guess, they all deny it?
Vehemently. They're calling it political retribution. And so far, James is the only one who has actually faced charges, or attempted charges, I should say.
What about Lisa Cook? She's on the Federal Reserve Board. That's a huge position.
Yeah, Trump actually used Pulte's referral to try and remove her from the board.
Did it work?
Not yet. The Supreme Court stepped in and blocked the removal pending a hearing in January, so she's still there for now, but it's tense.
Is anyone looking into whether these investigations are, legit?
Funny you ask. Senate Democrats asked the GAO, the Government Accountability Office, to investigate the investigators.
So the watchdog is watching the watchdog?
Exactly. They're looking into whether the FHFA misused federal authority and resources just to dig up dirt on the administration's enemies.
Okay, but here is the weirdest detail of this whole saga. You have to hear this.
Lay it on me.
DOJ attorney Ed Martin allegedly staged a photo op outside Letitia James's house in Brooklyn. He posted it on X with the caption, "Good Morning, America."
That's creepy.
It gets better. Her lawyers say he was wearing an Inspector Gadget-inspired beige trench coat on a hot summer day in August.
You literally cannot make this stuff up.
Okay, trench coats aside, there's clearly bad blood here. James has been a thorn in Trump's side for a while.
Huge thorn. Remember, she won a massive judgment in a civil fraud case against him last year.
Right, and she's been fighting his administration on funding for Planned Parenthood, SNAP benefits, homeless programs, the list goes on.
So the context here is definitely a long-standing legal battlefield.
So where does this leave us? James' lawyer, Abi Lowell, didn't mince words.
What did he say?
He called it a political vendetta and said this rejection makes it clear the case should never have seen the light of day. He called it a stain on the department's reputation.
Strong words, but given the track record of 3 failed attempts, it's hard to argue with the results. We'll see if they try for a 4th strike.